Hello everyone, T-Rexatron here, and I'm finally back doing commentary, so all of you can shut up about why I'm not talking to my playthroughs now. Anyway, we are here today with a little playthrough for Spongebob, the Cosmic Shake, or whatever. So, I think it's time I gave you an explanation. Now, I think you all know why I've been, cutting back on these kind of videos. Well, you should all know that I did go through a little bit of depression. That being, the house fire I had recently last year. So I decided just to give you all a little bit of nostalgia for what I'm doing back then. Anyway, this game might be a little bit, too much, but I decided to play through it anyway. So let's go ahead and continue.
I'm ready! I'm ready! I forgot something! Now I'm really ready! Woo! I'm so excited to go to Glove World! I better meet up with Patrick before he forgets what day it is, or who I am.
Alright, now let's go here and talk to Squidward.
No, not you, not today! This day will be about relaxation and inspiration. I am not to be disturbed on my precious day off. I will spend it with the love of my life. Myself. And my art, of course.
Sounds fun. Can I help?
For this, I need you to get something very important for me. Go away!
Alright, now let's talk to Patrick.
Come back after my alarm goes off! I'm on a tight beauty sleep schedule!
Alright, now we're gonna go see everyone's favorite Karen.
I wouldn't bother going that way if I were you, Spongebob. Big traffic jam blocking the road up ahead.
What? Then how is everyone enjoying food at the Krusty Krab?
They aren't. See for yourself.
I'm stuck here with the owners of rivaling restaurants, the Chum Bucket and Krusty Krab.
Seems like a perfect opportunity to start a documentary about Bikini Bottom's best restaurant.
Good idea. A movie about how delicious the Chum Bucket is would rake in millions.
Hey, you know I meant the Krusty Krab. Nobody goes to the Chum Bucket unless it's asked for directions away from it.
Anyway, officials are still investigating where the nails that caused this chaotic collision came from.
Maybe Mr. Krabs can help find the culprit. He did have a truck full of nails delivered the other day. He must know a lot about nails.
Alright, so now that we're gonna go into the controls, I guess I should just tell you why I'm doing all this again. Now, I'd like to say that for a fact, I know I'm not that enthusiastic. Like, I'm not that kind of a person who gets jumpy all like SpongeBob, but I'm definitely not like Squidward. Like, depression is everything to me.
All right, back
But
it up.
you'll understand
Nothing to
soon
see
enough.
here except the giant traffic jam.
Oh, by the way, I might be cutting off people.
Howdy, SpongeBob! You're up earlier than an insomniac rooster. In the mood for a little morning karate?
Love to, but we'll have to put some padding on that one, Sandy. Patrick and I are about to have the best day ever at Glove World. Do you want to come?
Thanks, but you ain't putting no glove on this squirrel. I'd rather seek the thrill of toning exercises and rubber duckies. But if you got a little time to spare, I could use your help hauling out some old junk from my yard.
Anything for you, Sandy. I'm ready to haul. Y'all.
So, you all think that this might be my only time I'm going to be talking during this playthrough? Well, actually, I'm going to be talking during separate parts, so
Did I
it's
get
not going to be a
smaller, or did these
continuation
teepees
like
get bigger?
I go into part 2 and I do commentary. It'll just happen randomly. But reason for that is I'm only just trying to save what I have for conversation. So you might understand that later on. But you should also know that I am doing a series, so I need to save my voice for that. As well as for other stuff, actually.
Great job, SpongeBob! My yard's looking fine as fur on a frog. Thanks for your help, and have fun with Patrick.
Okay, so while we go over and pick up our retarded friend, I think I also need to mention that I cannot, and I mean not, be able to give off the reason why I decided to...
My beloved Bikini Bottom, the most perfectly perfect place in the entire universe. Good morning, best friend. Are you ready for a glovely adventure? Not.
What am I? I stayed up all night pretending I had hands.
An eternity later.
Look, Patrick. Cool kids. Hi. I wish I could do cool things.
This wagon just ominously appeared out of nowhere?
Who cares? Nah, still not cool enough. Huh? Can I have this?
What, this old piece of magic and mystery? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Madame Cassandra, purveyor of long-lost treasures of the Seven Seas, for those on a budget. Magic bubbled soap. Breathe life into your dreams. They say with this unique bubble maker thingy, you can become whoever you want to be. Receive whatever you want to have. Just bubble your wish into the heavens. Not that it ever worked for me.
Ooh!
1 hour later.
I wish? No. I wish? No. I wish...
Bones!
Okay, my first wish is on behalf of my very best friend who loves balloons. I wish for Patrick to have the biggest, ballooniest adventure of his life.
Balloons!
Is it too much to ask for just one day of peace and quiet? How am I supposed to paint my newest masterpiece with you two clowns constantly giggling in my ears?
I wish that Squidward will finally be appreciated for his art.
What are you two up to?
Wait for it. I wish for the whole world to see how amazing Sandy is.
Thanks, SpongeBob! Nifty bubble!
3 hours later.
SpongeBob, what does it mean when it says, only those of innocent heart may harness the power of the mermaid tears?
I guess it means I was destined to find this bubble soap.
Hey, wait. It also says, property of King Neptune. Not for use by mortals. Use sparingly and with caution. Uh-oh.
Patrick, what have we done?
Who would have thought that a magic potion from a mysterious fortune teller in a sketchy wagon could backfire?
Yes, it was utterly unforeseeable. Wait a second! Patrick, you're a balloon!
I wish. If I were a balloon, I'd be able to do cool stuff like this! And this! And this! See, SpongeBob? Oh. I am a balloon! That's probably why I've been feeling so bloated lately.
We need to find our friends and make sure they're all right.
Now, the reason why I'm doing this all over again, I guess it's because I missed talking a little, but only because I just wanted to get your attention. In any case, I also think that there should also be a little bit of a role I have here. And that's just a knack question on why I have
Good
this
thing
going
Squidward
on.
is such an even-tempered
As
fella,
in,
or
you
he
know,
might get upset about this.
How I sound and, you know, the way I'm sounding. That's personal.
My rock! My beautiful giant rock! All that's left are my... Oh no! My giant sticky notes are gone too! Now how am I going to remind myself to buy more giant sticky notes?
Don't worry, Patrick. I'm sure those sticky notes are around here somewhere. Or there. Or over there.
Okay, that's enough focusing about me. Let's focus on the game a little more. So, first off, we know it's a Spongebob game that hasn't actually got any more revenue since, you know, Battle of Bikini Bottom. In any case, I think this was actually a big game to start off with.
Ouch. Looks pretty broken.
Wait a minute! Maybe all this craziness is from one of Sandy's experiments gone wrong! I bet it's all her fault!
I don't think so, Patrick. Sandy's experiments always leave the smell of acorns in the air. All I smell around here is sponge breath and bubble soap.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Okay, so for this playthrough, I'm just going to be talking mostly about the SpongeBob characters, episodes,
Sandy's
and
house
pretty much
feels
anything to
wetter
do with
than
plotline or
I think we might need to find the
statistics
top
speaking.
half still.
So starting off, I think we might talk
can
a little bit
finally put
about
my
Sandy
black belt
since
to
her
good
tree dome
use.
was broken.
And all this time,
Now,
I've been
you all
using it
think
as a
that she would just
scarf.
not be the kind of person to fit in, considering that she's basically the black person among white people, you know, in a scenario like a horror movie or something. But I know this doesn't really kind of sound right. I just kind of wish that, you know, I don't know, Sandy would be a boy instead of a girl. Only because nothing to do with the fact that she's the odd one out of the group, considering that mostly because she's underrated as all. I'm just saying because she only had one line in the first SpongeBob movie, and she didn't even have anything to do with the fact that, I don't know. She didn't have anything to do with the fact that most of the stuff caused by SpongeBob would obviously just lead to her being the obvious suspect. I mean, Plankton stealing her fur coat, that could be one example, and she just basically gets sent to prison afterwards. That's just one main example. I mean, all the fish in Bikini Bottom are racist. Most of them. But speaking of racism, I'll talk about that later when we're trying to save Sandy.
No, not the Krusty Krab! What will the brave people of Bikini Bottom eat now? And without Mr. Krabs, who will help them unburden their wallets? I need to fix this!
Take your wobbly hand off of me! I'm too smart to end like this!
Okay, so let's talk about Plankton now. He always says that he goes to college, but every time we see the interior of the chum bucket, we never actually see a degree, a PhD, or even a diploma. So I feel like he's just dropped out of college just to steal some recipe for a sandwich.
You multicellular idiots! Thanks to you, all of Bikini Bottom is sunk into chaos! My restaurant is tipped over, and our poor little spot is missing! You could have at least involved me. That's like, you know, my thing!
Correct.
Oh no! Sorry, Plankton. We'll make things right again.
You have to fix this before someone besides me can take advantage of this chaos.
Correct.
Why are you repeating yourself? Is your hard drive skipping again?
Correct.
Yoo-hoo! Over here, my little blunders.
Alright, before we go into that anti-hero mermaid character, let's go ahead and check this area. I assume those pair of underwear are our health. And let's slap these snails just for fun.
My adorable cuties! You survived this calamity.
No, Madam Cassandra. We were just having fun, but we accidentally used too much of your magic bubble soap and destroyed Bikini Bottom. And now all of our friends are gone, and there's jelly everywhere, and... Well, I miss my Care Bear!
Oh, this is just too perfect. That's not just any jelly, Spongebob. It's cosmic jelly, the glue of reality. Your bubble stravaganza must have blown holes through the universe, squeezing the jelly out and sucking your friends into new and strange worlds.
That was gonna be my first guess.
You have to bring me as much of it as you can gather so I can study it and, help reverse the mess you've created. After all, I'm at least partially responsible, giving you such a powerful potion by accident.
Makes sense to me.
No questions here.
Excellent! Now jump into the portals that opened up all over town. I can use some of the jelly to tailor cosmic costumes for you, each linked to one portal. The more jelly you bring, the more portals we can pass. Are you ready?
I'm ready! Come on, let's save Bikini Bottom from the unintended yet devastating consequences of our own actions.
Find the portal that suits your costume. Once you have located your friends, you can use the magic bubble wand to return them home.
Okay, we got ourselves a cowboy outfit, so we're going into the west. Which might reference, you know, Pest of the West.
You must be
Ooh, I look like some kind of pastoral cattle rancher.
I wonder if there's a name.
One of our friends might be on the other side of this portal. Come on, Patrick. We have to rescue them. It's our friendship duty.
Alright, now we're gonna... Oh, I thought for a minute that we can jump portals. I didn't know we had to press a button just to enter them. It would have been better if they did that for a mechanic instead of, you know, just going next to it and pressing a button. That's basically like low... That's basically low interest.
I have a strong feeling we're not Bikini Bottom anymore. Looks more like the Wild West. Yeet!
Oh!
Yeet!
Oh!
Yeet!
Oh!
Oh, sorry, partner. I'm looking for my pal, Mr. Krabs. About yay high, red, likes money.
Crab problem, eh? I reckon you're going to want to talk to the sheriff in Manta Fe.
Alright, so it looks like we're in the Old West here, and I guess this is the place where we're supposed to look for one of our friends. I don't know who, though. If I were to guess, I would probably say either Mrs. Puff or Mr. Krabs. But before we go on ahead, I just want to collect some jelly here. I know we're supposed to collect jelly because that's basically the main objective. But before we do so, I just wanted to be able to, you know,
She says bringing her jelly
save
will
enough
help
so we
our
can
friends
get
back,
enough
then bring
for
her jelly we
costumes
shall.
or whatever. So that's where we're supposed to go. let's go ahead and collect some jelly, go along the way. Defeat these bad guys, these little purple jelly-like creatures, don't know what they are. They're obviously not... Oh. They're obviously not jellyfish, just new aliens. If I were to say, like, the people from Invader Zim. But apparently that's kind of like a different show, so I wouldn't want to reference this to that. Okay, so got ourselves something good going on. Gonna get jellyfish here, getting stung by a jellyfish, ow. And
Ooh, more jelly! Huh?
What is it, SpongeBob? What do you see? Water? Soda? Soda water? What do you see? Barnacles! It's so small! We'll never fit in there! Why do we have to be so big?
Oh, it's not small, Patrick.
It's not?
It's just very, very far away. We're safe, Patrick! It's Mrs. Puff! If anyone knows where Mr. Krabs is, it's her! Quick! Let's catch up with her! She probably doesn't know us here, even though she knows us back home. Here we have to get to know her first, just like we got to know her the first time she got to know us back home, you know?
No.
okay, judging by all that, I assume that we're supposed to be saving Mr. Krabs.
Sticky sweet!
And if I'm right, I'm right, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So don't get your hopes up. But speaking of Mr. Krabs, let's just review him. And when I mean review, I mean roast, because I have so much rants to say about him right now. So, he would have to be one of the worst kind of people to be employed by, actually. You wouldn't want to actually work at the Krusty Krab, because of course you would have to be paid, which means he would be starting to cry knowing that he wouldn't be able to get as much. But obviously you get no benefits. And what I mean by that, I mean you would have to basically know what Squidward was thinking.
What's this luggage doing
He
in the
forced
middle
his
of the desert?
employees to go up for 24 hours. He used them as live bait. He forced them to carry out some of the stupidest requests when he built a hotel. He even sold one of SpongeBob's souls, just for 62 cents. Worst part is, he thought he could have gotten more, which you obviously think that he's just as greedy as any other person, but no, he's way more greedier than that. Putting a price on someone's life, obviously that would just mean you have no soul. And even if that would be true, I guess that means that he wouldn't be able to go into Davy Jones's locker in the first place, because he has no soul. Even
I feel like I've had several near-death experiences on this
I
ranch
obviously
before.
wish that he
Yeah,
just
it's the
died.
Wild West for you.
Not in a bad way though, I just kind of wish that he would just either have to stop being such a greedy asshole, or he just go off into the afterlife in hell. And no offense to all the Mr. Krabs fans, but okay, how do I do? Oh, I didn't even notice the button over there. Okay, now I can use the bubble wand. But
Whoa,
you get the
that
idea.
Mrs. Puff?
So now let's go
What's
into
she
this
doing on a
cutscene,
ranch?
probably.
Howdy, strangers. You came here by foot? That's awfully dangerous. You could dry out in a heartbeat. I get puffy just thinking about it.
I get puffy after eating stale food.
Hi, my name's Spongebob, and this balloon is Patrick. We're looking for our friend, Mr. Krabs, but he might not be called Mr. Krabs. He could be traveling under a different name.
Oh, like Jeremy.
Or Petunia.
Or Captain Claus.
Or Ronaldo.
A crab without a name, huh? Try Manta Fe. It's where everyone without something ends up.
Could you give us a ride there?
This is a riding school, not a taxi service. However, if you take my test, you could get there yourself with your own riding license.
My very own license!
Whenever you're ready, meet me by the seahorse. We'll see if you can stay on it all the way to Manta Fe.
You know, this was actually one of the first times I actually see a version of Mrs. Puff not overreacting to seeing SpongeBob, or even just talking to him, actually. I mean, she was actually nice to him for once, instead of, you know, trying to either commit suicide or just trying to get away from him. But that's kind of a sad thing. Knowing the whole space-time continuum thing going on, or, you know, the balance of the universe, I feel like it's supposed to be destined for SpongeBob never to actually receive his driving license. Though I could be wrong. And, excuse me, I just wanted to... Oh, no, I can't go that way. I cannot go that way. Now, if he were to ever actually get his license, I'd say that he would end up having that during, like, somewhere around the series finale. Which probably might not happen unless one of the main voice actors died. Because that's the only way that you have to end a series. Say, like, if Tom Kenny actually had throat cancer or something, then they obviously would have to end the show. Probably for Stefan's sake and for everyone's sake, considering how much he's gone down the drain since season 7, I think. All the way just until you actually get a good episode. It's only referencing the old episodes. Now, if you were to do something about Mrs. Puff and how she actually handles this kind of thing, well, then you probably would understand that, you know, she has a criminal record. And how do I know that? You should really watch this episode, No Free Rides. She claims that not again, that she would have to start a new boating school with a new name. She has a criminal record. And what I mean by that, I know she doesn't just get arrested for all the stuff that SpongeBob causes, but for what she causes as well. She even had a knee brace on her, preventing her from leaving a certain section of town. But speaking of which, let's go talk to the instructor here.
Mrs. Puff, I mean teacher lady, I need to confess that I've been through this sort of thing before, and I'm not always the best test taker, so any chance we can skip this part?
Oh, nonsense, SpongeBob. A little rodeo never hurt anyone who survived it. Ready, set, and go!
No!
Okay, so after this little track here, I think I'm just gonna end it. And what I mean by that, I'm just gonna go off into the next part afterwards. But just know that I won't do commentary in the next one.
Well done.
I still have to keep my voice intact for whatever I'm gonna be doing later on in my future.
Phew,
and also, you should probably know that I'm only doing these kind of things into 2 parts for every, you know, every other universe we visit here. So I'll finish the western area in the next time, in the next minutes or whatever. But also be sure to keep your heads up, for I'll be posting this more often than not. Probably around tomorrow or something like that. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time when I do a next commentary.
Oh dear, you have 6 points. Out of 7.
Only 1 point away from passing! Yay! Oh, can we repeat the test? It was so much fun.
Oh no, that's not necessary. I didn't know you had fun. Fun is worth an extra point. Here's your license.
Thanks, partner. A license! Yeehaw! Hey! Hold your horse!
think she can.
This license only allows me to ride seahorses and seahorse-like animals, with the exception of... this doesn't say anything about boatmobiles. Well, once boatmobiles have been invented, I'll just have to take the test again.